Vanakkam. Good evening. Distinguished friends on the dais, Mr. Ravindran. Is Anita Thiessen on the call yet on the Zoom? Is a picture somewhere here? Are you going to beam her in? We have a guest from London, UK, who is part of the event, not only here, but in the rest. Hi, Anita. And our true friends from Cisco that we have been getting to know more and more. Mr. Lux Venkatraman, our mentor who has been with us forever, Mr. Victor. What we are gathered here today is not just the group of 150 people here, but we really have over 2,000 people. Is there a way we are going to zoom in on some of the people from the other centers? There are 10 different cities and locations in 10 different states that, in fact, I got it wrong. I think there are 16 cluster locations from 10 different states who are all part of the program, from Kolhapur, from Satara in Maharashtra, from Uddam Singh Nagar in Uttarakhand. We have Sikar, we have Faridabad cluster from Faridabad, Bhubaneswar cluster. I mean, amazing. All these people are here. They're all the mentors. They're all part of BYST program. And as you can see, this program has really spread to quite far and wide in the last few years. Why are we all gathered here today? We are here to celebrate the Global Mentoring Day with our friends, Anita and the Youth Business International. Today, we are here to celebrate and recognize mentors, because without our mentors, each and every one of you, we wouldn't be doing the kind of work that we have been doing for the last 30 years in BYST. And we are also here to hear from some of the exciting things that has been happening in 2022 in the midst of all COVID. And that is, entrepreneurs and mentors have been working hard and creating new businesses, and are going to be recognized, and they're going to be talking about who they are and what they are, and they've become finalists in the Youth Business International Award. Let me tell you a little bit about, for some of our friends who are new, and for those who have been here with us for a while. Bharatiya Yuva Shakti Trust was really modeled after and inspired by the Prince of Wales, who's now King Charles III. And we started our program in 1992. And since then, we have been supporting young entrepreneurs in both urban and rural areas, in remote locations, and so on. Chennai was the second center we started. We first started out in Delhi. And we started out in a very modest way when His Royal Highness was keen to see what it is that can be done outside of the UK. And we were the first country in the entire world to take the program outside of the United Kingdom, where it was successful. So we said, let's give it a try. And it's to the credit of all of you who are in these 16 locations and all of you in India, that the first experiment that we did by seeing how it can work in remote locations, how it can work with underprivileged, how it can work with different languages, the complexity that India is, that model from UK became successful here. And personally, BYST and His Royal Highness and others, we went to, I had been to Sri Lanka, to Bangladesh, I had been to Brazil, to Argentina, and many others. And today, Anita is heading that very successful experiment, which has exploded and expanded to 55 countries. And that's who we are here with today, Youth Business International. We are, BYST as a founding member, has been instrumental in taking this concept and this model and making it work. So after this program is over in the next 45 minutes to an hour, we are going to be joining our friends, all of you who are mentors here, plus in the other 16 locations, are going to be joining our friends from all the other countries to spend time getting to know each other, to network with each other, and to learn more about what mentoring is. And that's the impact of what all of you have been achieving. Today we work primarily with the corporate partners, but we also work with government. We work with the international funding agencies and a variety. So Cisco is our latest partner, and we are delighted that we are having you. So welcome, Cisco. You join hopefully at a time when things are really moving and shaking. So Cisco will help us move and shake even better. One of the things that I'm very excited about is later on, what YBA has done through its program is to recognize entrepreneurs who have been doing well in spite of what is happening in COVID, in spite of what is happening, in these difficult times. So they've looked at people who have started green businesses, who have started businesses that do good, as well as those who have been succeeding in spite of the COVID. So you'll be hearing from Niranjan, one of the global finalists from India. Let's give Niranjan a round of applause. And Niranjan will be joining me and Aruna and others who are all going and joining Anita and the rest of the group in Hague next month. And also to recognize Naina Shah. Naina Shah is our mentor who has been recognized from all of Asia, and she'll also be joining us. So these are the many good people, and they both happen to, Naina is from Chennai and Niranjan is from Pune. So you can see that the All India representation is already there in our international meet. Many of you know about what BYST has been doing. We primarily support underprivileged entrepreneurs who have an idea, but who do not know how to make this into successful businesses. They don't have the funding, they don't have the mentoring, they don't have the support, they don't have the market linkages. So the backbone of what Bharti Yuva Shakti Trust does, and including all the other programs in this international group, is mentoring. So today we are here to recognize the value of mentors, the role of mentors, the impact of mentors, the support of mentors, and what we can do with and for mentors, because that is who we believe has made BYST what it is today, as it has in other countries. To give you an example, when we identify mentors, we say that let us request them to work with us for 2 years so that they can support the entrepreneur until the business takes off. Today, someone like Mr. Victor, who's sitting here with us, has been with us for 20 years. So every one of you in BYST who joins us, just remember you're signing up for 2 years, but you're really serving for 20 years for the rest of your life. You've become part and parcel of BYST. And that's the kind of support that the mentors are able to give. They become dedicated, they become supportive. And we have our guests from SIDBI. The banks have been, for the first 10 years, Mr. Ravindran, I don't know whether you know that we went around asking every bank, do you think you can support BYST entrepreneurs? Today, we are delighted that the banks are coming to us and say, do you think we can help you? And we can, you can help us. And we have MOUs with more than 10 large nationalized banks. And SIDBI has always been a friend, but we'd like to do it something even more formal with SIDBI. So we're delighted you're here with us today at the national level. And last but not the least, I want to say that the role of mentors is really something that BYST has taken it very seriously. So we train and accredit our mentors in a very structured manner. City and Guilds London has been the accrediting body. So many of you have a certificate hanging in your office saying that you have not only been a mentor, but you have been trained to be a mentor and you know what it is to be a mentor. And the other aspect of what we are doing in the mentoring is to be able to create that network of mentors. And that network is all what it is about, because we believe that you as mentors standing in an isolated fashion somewhere is you can do good. But imagine how much more good you can do if you become a part of a national and sometimes even an international network. So we have had mentor chapters, and many of our mentors who have been here in Chennai and in all Pune or in Hyderabad or in Delhi, they have been having mentor chapters, but now we have created a virtual network, and we have more than 10,000 to 12,000 mentors. Many of them are mentors now that we are embedding mentors into the institutional framework in India. That has also been a tremendous impact, because in just 2 years, we've been able to reach to 8,000 additional entrepreneurs, in addition to the 2,000 entrepreneurs that we support and fund and so on, 8,000 additional entrepreneurs. And we believe that this scale is just going to explode. So our hope is that the structured framework of what BYST is doing is a way of creating a cadre of mentors. After all, you have a cadre of engineers, you have a cadre of teachers. Why not a cadre of mentors? And that cadre of mentors, when they're networked around the country in a very formal manner within India, can literally be the backbone for solving problems. So imagine if we have 200,000 mentors. Each of our mentors support 5 entrepreneurs. Okay, so that's 1 million entrepreneurs. Each of our entrepreneur in BYST has over 30 years a record of creating 10 direct jobs and 40 indirect jobs. That is 50 jobs on the whole. So 1 million entrepreneurs have created 50 million jobs, which is pretty much the job of what India needs to create with all its backlog. So single-handedly, these 200 mentors have been able to support and solve a country of 1.2 billion people, the problem. Now, it may sound simplistic, but just look at what the mentors have done so far. Look at the crorepathies, look at the lakpathis, look at the international winners. Look at the consistent way in which the NPAs of all our entrepreneurs have been less than 3%, even when we went into the Northeast, where at that time, Mr. Rajneesh, who was Kumar, who was then the regional and who went on to become the chairman of SBI, he was so convinced about what we did in the Northeast that the first thing he did as a chairman was to create an MOU with us way back in 2017. That is the power of what mentoring can do. It can convert bankers from being skeptics to being supporters. And we believe that it is you who has done that. And of course, I don't want to go further into that, except to say that mentors go into every nook and corner through our rural mobile mentor clinics. Mentors are there in urban areas. Mentors are there during COVID, particularly. What the mentors did has been remarkable. And I believe that we are extremely happy to say that during the COVID, our NPAs never went up. And in the recent survey we did, over 90% of all BYST entrepreneurs continue to repay, continue to be able to do their jobs and remain sustainable. That's a remarkable achievement, primarily because I think the mentors have been there. And the vision for Tamil Nadu itself is quite high. I believe what we are achieving in the national level with 200,000 mentors, a large part of it has to come from Tamil Nadu, because Tamil Nadu has always been a hotbed of small-scale industry as well as of entrepreneurship. And the digital tools, in fact, has enabled us. In some ways, we were afraid as to how we were going to reach out to these very underprivileged and less educated, less connected, less everything in the rural areas. Actually, the digital transformation has helped us even more. So that today, as you see, that all these centers which are there, plus another 2,000 people from the most remote locations are now participating and listening to all of this. And simultaneous translation through the Zoom is happening in Marathi, in Tamil, in Hindi, in Oriya, for all those local entrepreneurs. And that is, again, the power of what we can do. The vision for Tamil Nadu is, I know the Chief Minister has set an ambitious target for the state to become a $1 trillion economy. It is one thing to have a vision in terms of the size of the economy. How about making that economy inclusive? How about making that economy something that works for women? How about making that economy something that is able to help create jobs? So side by side, we'd like to work with the Tamil Nadu government, not just to achieve that vision about the size and growth of the economy, but to really make it one where every Tamilian is able to see that they have a job that is fulfilling. And that what is true here in Tamil Nadu is true for each and every state. We are working with the Maharashtra government. I believe my team is going over to Orissa to meet the chief secretary and in Orissa government, and we are working with Maharashtra and so on. So every state is now being committed to make entrepreneurship a core part of their development. What we would like to tell the SIDBIs, what we would like to tell the Ciscos, what we would like to tell the state governments and others is, please, when you do this, make sure that you take each and every young person who doesn't have a job today with you. Don't make them look through the window at a glowing economy, which they are not part of. I think we'll defeat the purpose. And it is programs like Bharti Yuva Shakti Trust. It's the programs that is happening in 55 other countries. It's the program that is happening at the Youth Business International level. These are the people who are making sure that the whole state and the whole country, the whole world is moving together, rather than have this huge gaps in terms of the haves and the have-nots. In fact, we have a huge, tremendous opportunity during COVID to bridge those gaps and to make something happen in a way that the dreams of each and every young person is also realized. I'm delighted that you are all here. We have an exhibition outside and many of our entrepreneurs' products are being displayed. Some of you who have come here, and I think you saw a street play. I hope you enjoyed it, but please do make it a point to go and share and see what the exhibition is about, because that will greatly encourage our entrepreneurs and so on. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you, Ranjan, and from you, Naina, as what it means to be for you to be going to the Netherlands next year as part and parcel of a representative, next month, sorry, as part and parcel of the representative, the best and the brightest that BYST has to offer. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I would like to welcome Ms. Anita Thiessen, who has joined us virtually from London. Anita Thiessen is the CEO of Youth Business International, the global network of organizations in 65 countries supporting youth entrepreneurship focused on helping disadvantaged young people start, grow, and sustain their own businesses. BYST is one of the founding members of YBI. Anita led the organization's crisis support for young entrepreneurs through the pandemic and is leading YBI's work on digitally enabled, inclusive, and sustainable entrepreneurship. We are very glad to have you amongst us today. May I please request Ms. Anita to share a few words.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. It is my absolute pleasure to join you for this very, very special event on celebrating mentoring and nurturing Grampreneurs in the digital area. In the digital era organized by the and not only are we joined by thousands of you in different locations, we have some very special guests who I would like to acknowledge. The Honorable Minister, Thiru Ambarasan, Minister for Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises and Tamil Nadu Urban Habitat Development Board, Government of Tamil Nadu. Ms. Sirisha Palapu, Director of People and Communities, Cisco India and SARC. Mr. Safakam Abya, Chairman, Confederation of Indian Southern Region. Of course, the esteemed Ms. Lakshmi Venkatasan, Founding and Managing Trustee of BYST and a long-standing friend of YBI. And of course, all of you, the amazing entrepreneurs, mentors, distinguished guests, and to everybody else who is joining us today. So I'm just thrilled to be here for this event. And really to start with, I would like to extend my warm wishes to Bharatiya Yuva Shakti Trust, or BYST as I'll call you, for extending over 30 years, that's 30 years in the service of underprivileged youth looking for a means of livelihood, wanting to create their own way in the world. As you've heard, BYST is a founding partner of YBI. They have very generously shared their experience with other countries like Sri Lanka, Mauritius, and South Africa to help spread this approach, to help spread the message about the importance and the skills needed to support young people into entrepreneurship. BYST is our founding member, but it is now one of some 50 members in countries around the world, all sharing a core focus on wanting to support underserved young people with a passion to start their business, with the skills and the support to do so. And since 2014 alone, across our global network, we have trained some 500,000, some 500,000 young people in those business and entrepreneurial skills. And they have then gone on to set up and strengthen some 150,000 businesses around the world. It's an amazing achievement, and BYST has been critical to that. And we understand the importance of youth entrepreneurship that creates decent work for young people, that strengthens communities and helps drive more inclusive growth. But still, for too many young people, entrepreneurship is out of reach. They have the will, but not the way. Our partner BYST has been instrumental in assisting these underprivileged youth to achieve their entrepreneurial dreams, not only in India, but also outside. And in return, these entrepreneurs have created multifold impact in terms of creating jobs, generating wealth, and as you've heard in terms of the mentors, giving back to the next generation. Notably, BYST has supported more than 11,000 disadvantaged youth to become entrepreneurs. And they've done that with the support from 10,000 mentors. These entrepreneurs have created 3.41 lakh jobs. Around 100 of the entrepreneurs have won national and international awards, and BYST entrepreneurs and mentors have been constant in the YBI awards too. And I would like to congratulate this year's two finalists, Mr. Niranjan Oval, the finalist for YBI's Young Entrepreneur of the Year Award, who seized the opportunity of growing demand for video games during lockdown by manufacturing affordable hardware to simulate auto racing on PC. And I have to thank you, Niryan, that I didn't know much about simulated auto racing until I saw your business. So you're not only growing a business, but you're educating us as well. And also to Ms. Nanya Shan, finalist of Mentor of the Year Award. I'm really excited to hear both of them speak. And I know that across the community in BYST, you would want to support their finalist status by voting for them. But let me turn specifically to mentoring. I absolutely believe, and across the YBI network, we absolutely believe that mentoring is the key to making these entrepreneurs different from others. Mentors provide the most crucial advice in challenging times. They have a keen eye on the mentee's progress that help them in solving problems and sustaining businesses. And as you will hear shortly, for those of you who join the international award event, that actually that support is invaluable. There are so many ways in which entrepreneurs are really grateful to their mentors, and indeed mentors themselves find that it is one of the most rewarding things they do in their lives. So when Lakshmi says you sign up for 2 years, but you end up staying for 20, it's not that we demand that you stay for 20, it's that mentors just want to keep doing it because it is having such a positive and meaningful impact. I would also like to thank JP Morgan, IKEA Foundation, all the other partners who have given their unstinting support to the cause of entrepreneurship, and appreciate Cisco for coming forward to collaborate in the cause. Thank you very much for joining BYST in this journey. I'd like to congratulate BYST once again for organizing this event, for creating this community of support, of celebration, and to help inspire us to do even more. Let us all contribute to the spirit of mentoring and entrepreneurship through our determination, our positive attitude, and our work. My best wishes to BYST for scaling new heights soon, and I hope that you forge many more partnerships in different parts of the country to support entrepreneurship through mentoring. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Anita. Now, let's all delve into witnessing the live experience sharing session by our BYST supported entrepreneurs and mentor. So firstly, I would like to call upon Niranjan Oval, BYST entrepreneur and proprietor Simforge Engineering. As mentioned earlier, he is the finalist of the YBI's Young Entrepreneur of the Year Award 2022. Over to Niranjan.
Hello. Thank you. My name is Niranjan Oval. Is it audible to everyone? Yeah. First of all, I'd like to apologize for the local audience. I can't speak Tamil, so I will be continuing in English. My name is Niranjan Oval. I'm the founder of SimForge Engineering. I started SimForge 2 years ago with the goal of making sim racing affordable. We manufacture and export sim racing and flight simulators. Simulators are basically used by race car drivers, pilots, and gamers to practice their skills virtually. Starting a company is not easy, especially for a college student with no financial backing or any experience in entrepreneurship. BYST has helped me, but yeah, there was once a time I used to work in a BPO, just to save up for the margin money because the banks need that 25% to show, right? BYST has helped me get the financial supports from the banks, and they also appointed an expert mentor to guide me during my journey. It was, all set up nicely, but suddenly the COVID pandemic struck. And as we all know, it was quite a difficult time for all the entrepreneurs. But the support that I got from my mentors and the whole BYSC team, I mean, it was like, you can't just put it into words like how huge the support was. I was, everyone was facing all the challenges and problems. I was no exception in that. BYST has engaged me and many other entrepreneurs in a continuous learning process. Suddenly, the pandemic, which was an adversity for all, became a blessing in disguise for me. It suddenly became an opportunity. I took advantage of the growing demand in the gaming industry to manufacture affordable sim racing equipment in India. As a result, today I'm successfully running a business which has a turnover of 1.13 crore rupees, and I employ 50 people in total. As the great Sir Ratan Tata once said, if you want to walk fast, you walk alone. But if you want to walk far, you walk together. The employees, the BYST mentors, the banks even, we are all working together to reach a higher goal. And right now, I think not even the sky is the limit. Due to the on-time guidance of my mentor, I not only succeeded in making a sustainable business, but I also nominated for the international award. When I got the news that I was one of the finalists for YB as Young Entrepreneur of the Year awards, I was quite shocked because I didn't quite anticipate it. Later on news, I was quite happy and a little bit confused at the time. For a college student who just passed out like 2 years ago, to be nominated for such a huge award at such a grand stage, which an award which is recognized at the world level, it was quite unbelievable for me. And if I say that it is a dream come true, I'll be plainly lying, because not even in my wildest dream I would have imagined such a moment. And all credit, all thanks goes to BYST. They basically turned a rock into a diamond. I don't think anyone can do that in India, especially. Now, since I'm on this grand stage, I would like to appeal to you to please vote for me online. The reason I got connected to YB and BST is because there was a finalist by the name of Swapnil Kudale. And I once scrolled through Instagram and saw how he was a finalist. And hopefully, I don't know whatever the results may be, someone else just like me can get inspired to start his entrepreneurship journey and take entrepreneurship as the career in the future. Becoming an entrepreneur, I think it's changed my life completely, and so it has changed the life of all my employees. I thank you, BYST. I mean, I'll always be in debt to you, and so will be my employees. Again, this is such a grand stage. Thank you, ma'am.
How to vote for you?
Oh, yes. So YB at the website has an option to place the vote. Before I would still say, before placing your vote, please do read my bio, because that will give you an idea of how I achieved my goals. And not only mine, I also request that if also read the bios of all other or what's the word, all other competitors of mine, let's say. And if you deem me worthy of your vote, please do cast your vote for me. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you, ma'am.
Just to inform everyone, we have actually attached Niranjan's profile in the doc pack that we have distributed. So the doc pack contains his profile along with the barcode that will actually take you to the voting link. So please do support him. Next, we have Mr. Mohammed Bilal, who is again BYST supported entrepreneur and founder IT service. So I would like to request Mohammed Bilal to come over and share his experience, please.
Every seed has a journey. Some fall by the wayside and are wasted, some crushed underfoot, some eaten by birds, but some meet the right environment to grow into mighty trees. The seed has found a nurturer to uplift and change its destiny. Something like that happened to me during my initial struggling days when I needed support and funding. BYST helped me secure a loan and connected me to many such mentors, out of which Miss Naina Shah has been a life changer. My name is Bilal. I am 36, first generation entrepreneur running a business for past 9 years. It is our passion for a sustainable planet that connects us. We believe with proper training and process, we can reduce and reuse e-waste, leaving better world and pathway for generations to come. In my enterprise, we repair and rent laptops and desktops for corporates and individuals. Naina Shah helped me modify my core business from repairs to rentals, connected me to a set of CEOs who we converted them to paying customers and eventually increased profitability. Our work primarily includes stocking and knowing the availability of spares globally, hence enabling us for higher success rates on repairs. She helped craft a unique marketing strategy, improving communication at workplace and bringing in digital transformation. During COVID, we sold computers starting from 5,000 rupees to cater to different needs of people, both for work from home and online education situations. The devices were urgently needed then. We have turned over more than 2 crores per year, with our GP being about 20% average year on year. We have directly employed 7 staffs and created indirect employment to 200 stores across Tamil Nadu. Abiding my mentor words, as you are being helped, be help to others. I train women to become entrepreneurs. I work closely with a college to train 100 women to empower them on computer sales and service fields to guide them to be a part of a male-dominated industry. Local banks are willing to fund men and women who are trained by us if they wish to run their own startup. Naina Shah has developed my vision for enterprise and opened a world of possibilities that have exponentially expanded my business. In gratitude, I present my mentor, Naina Shah. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Miss Lakshmi Venkatesan, Mr. Ravindra Lakshmanan, Mr. Victor, Mr. Laksh Venkatraman, and my fellow mentors and some mentees, and my colleagues from BYST. I am Naina Shah. Though I wear several hats, at my heart, I'm committed to the environment. I'm drawn to anything that will make even a tiny difference to the environment. I'm particularly concerned about e-waste. My mentee, Bilal, his passion for recycling e-waste matched my interest. To be able to recycle devices for use, especially during this COVID times, made affordable devices available for those who faced with the digital divide. I enabled Bilal, who was in this business of just repairing and servicing laptops, to reusing devices procured from global supply chain of spares. In the last 7 years, he has worked on more than 30,000 electronic devices, put them back into the system, getting them reused and treated, and the leftover components according to the e-waste guidelines. So can you imagine something that could have been just made into a furnace oil? I actually was interested in what is this e-waste, and when I actually met him, I was absolutely excited because I went to see what is being done. So I visited some industries here that were managing the e-waste, and there was a huge shed with lots of laptops, thousands of laptops. All they did was took a hammer and just broke them, and it was all made into furnace oil. Now, that is not what I was looking for. I wanted to put them back into the system, getting an end of the pipeline solution of how, like even if when we say you treat water, you try and make the optimum use of that treated water. You get the most of that water. Similarly, I think e-waste was a huge nuisance everywhere. And as new technologies comes, people dump laptops. They just, they don't get back into the system. And there is a huge a vacuum there of how this is managed. So putting back 30,000 devices was a huge thing. And as a founder of the College of Liberal Education for Women, I have motivated students to take up entrepreneurship and organized opportunities for the students to explore new business ideas. By teaching women and girls how to restore devices, we have opened a new avenue of work. Most important to me is instilling the high level of self-belief and resilience in my mentee. As a mentor, your faith in the mentee takes him or her forward. I will be able to spread the word of recycling further if I'm joined by many in this mission. To have the support of Bharat Yuva Shakti Trust is an icing on the cake. No work is big or small. It is important to find a solution which can become a business idea. Desire to do something new, to get financial independence, to achieve what one wants to have in life, to be recognized for one's own contribution. As I said, it's only as we develop others that we permanently succeed. It's a great joy and a sense of satisfaction to help young entrepreneurs and to see them bloom. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Bilal. Before I call upon the next speaker, I would like to give a brief about BYST's flagship program, which is Mentoring India. Mentoring India aims to create a pool of mentors from various touchpoints like academic, financial, government, corporate institutions where an entrepreneur interacts. These experts are trained to mentor and nurture many more potential entrepreneurs in their ecosystem. To share his experience as an institutional mentor, may I request Mr. P. Selvarajan, Chief Operating Officer, Tamil Nadu State Rural Livelihood Mission, to come on to the dais.
Good evening, all. I'm happy to be here. I'm representing government. We are implementing Tamil Nadu Rural Livelihood Mission all along in the Rural Development Department. I'm happy, and maybe similar such occasion I have joined this mentorship program in Anna University campus some 3-4 years back. And I am always amazing to look at the job of the mentors in all along the life. So today, it's a celebration of mentoring and nurturing Grampreneurs. Especially in rural areas, I am involved in promoting livelihoods and business among the self-help groups in Tamil Nadu. I have been working for more than 25 years. And I could understand how significant it is for enabling the panchayats, self-help groups for any aspect, for not only the business promotion, also in every aspects of life. Mentoring is such an important thing. And I always find the mentors with such an enthusiasm, they always forthcoming for solving many of the problems. Incidentally, I happen to be in EDIA, Entrepreneurship Development and Innovation Institute, where I was really looking for. In fact, we have been doing entrepreneurship promotion among the general public and among the students in the schools and colleges. We have been working with some 1,000+ colleges. We came across this institution and we had a dialogue, and we had a training program for our training coordinators and the field people. I'm really happy to say that within a matter of a year, we have graduated from 1,000+ colleges to almost 1,500 colleges. Brought more colleges into it and many students into the entrepreneurship ecosystem, and we could reach out to much better. And our still the trained people are really enthusiastic, and often they used to share how big their clientele is increasing, and they are happy becoming doing the job of the mentors. But of course, I was only the short time, and back to the rural development department. You all know Tamil Nadu is one of the best state category, in the largest state category in reducing the poverty rate. Once we had about 37% poverty rate, now it's only 4.7%. Phenomenal. As per the Niti Aayog report, this is one of the topmost performance in the country. But still, the rate compared to Kerala, Goa and other many states, especially small states, the Tamil Nadu is having little higher poverty rate. You all know where are these people? 4.7%. If you look at in your village or any area, you would not see. Normally, they would not come into our purview. They are all either sick people, bedridden, people with disabilities, or destitute widows, rescued bonded laborers, vulnerable tribals, maybe very scattered tribal people, tribals and SE communities. How to reach out to? Really, it's going to be a highly challenging job. And we often in the rural development, especially with the rural livelihood mission, our clientele is so complex. How to reach out to all the people are failed people in our simple definition. Either in the marriage or in the living with the spouse or with their abilities. In all aspects, generally they are the failed people, whatever they're defined. How to reach out to? Still, we need to improve their lives. That's where I thought, okay, let us have a cooperation with the thing. How to reach out to, how to bring them on fold, how to work together continuously to ensure that they are all brought to mainstream with the little better livelihood opportunities, better skills and jobs. Right now, I am working for the youth skills and jobs, where our mandate is to reach out to 84,000 rural youth. How to do that? Maybe I thought this mentorship really will help our staff. We wanted to train how to reach out to this mentorship. Really will put them into a perspective. Try to understand the community better and enabling them, preparing themselves much better to reach them out and trying to work with them. That's what I understand. And really, I wanted to see if any headway I can make in the last mile of a poverty reduction. That is what my interest. I'm Selvarajan. I'm working in the rural development department. I really foresee and the support from the BOS team. Thank you for the support. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I'm happy to record that 3 more organizations are keen to get their faculty members trained as mentors. Today, we are exchanging the letters of cooperation with them. Firstly, BYST is partnering with Tamil Nadu State Rural Livelihood Mission, which aims to build strong and vibrant institutional platforms of the poor in rural areas, which enable them to increase their household incomes through livelihood enhancements and access to financial and other services. In the presence of all dignitaries, may I call upon Mr. Sheshadri, Strategic Chair, DYST Chennai, to exchange the letter of cooperation with Mr. P. Selvarajan. Thank you, sir. Sheshadri sir, please kindly stay back on the stage. We will now be exchanging the letter of cooperation with Jan Shikshan Sansthan under the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Government of India, that aims to uplift this rural population economically by imparting essential skills, training, thereby enabling local trades to grow and creating new opportunities for the natives of the region. I call upon Mr. P. Tangavel, Director JSS, to exchange the letter of cooperation with Mr. Sheshadri. Please.
अब आप देख रहे हैं इसे सम्मानित किया जा रहा है। ये लेटर ऑफ इनकॉर्पोरेशन दिया जा रहा है।
Next, we have Polytechnic and Advanced Training TVS and Vocational Training Institute sponsored by the TVS Group of Companies. To exchange the LOC, I welcome Mr. G. Will, HOD Electrical and Electronics Engineering CPAT TVS, and Mr. Sheshadri, the Chairman.
Geeta TVS and Sheshadri.
Thank you, everyone. BYST denotes its growth and success to the very many corporates and donors for their continuous support. BYST is happy to announce its partnership with Cisco. We are now moving on to the launch of BYST Cisco Digital Grampreneur Development Program for the states of Tamil Nadu and Haryana. Let's watch the video on the joint initiative. Onto this.
Launching the Bharatiya Yuva Shakti Trust BYST Digital Grampreneur Program supported by Cisco. The partnership focuses on creating employment through entrepreneurship for local communities, especially youth and women, creating micro-enterprise opportunities for young individuals. The initiative aims to promote sustainable livelihood opportunities that create strong and self-reliant people and communities through mentoring. The program will counsel 4,000 youths, train 800, create 200 Grampreneurs, and will also develop 200 mentors in Tamil Nadu and Haryana. All the supported Grampreneurs will adopt digital readiness. This joint program will create 34,000 jobs and generate 25 crore wealth in the next 5 years. Let's empower these grassroots entrepreneurs for integrating them into the economic mainstream.
I call upon Mr. Laksh Venkatraman, Senior Director, Software Development, Cisco India, and Ms. Sirisha Palepu, Director, People and Communities, Cisco India, to exchange the MOU with Lakshmi V. Venkatesan, a founding and managing trustee. Thank you, everyone. On that very note, I would like to welcome Mr. Laksh Venkatraman, Senior Director, Software Development, Cisco India, to address the gathering. Sir, over to you.
Very good evening to all of you. Distinguished guests on the stage, Ms. Lakshmi Venkateshan, Ms. Anita Thyssen on the bed, Mr. Ravindran, GM SIBI, and the great mentor, Mr. Victor. Good evening to all of you. Iniya Malai Vanakangal. Today, I am honored to be part of this event, which is unique in that nature, which is celebrating the mentors who are nurturing the entrepreneurs of today and the future. Developing entrepreneurs, the Grampreneurs for the digital era is an immense task this organization has taken, and it has to be lauded for the effort and the progress that has been made on that front. At Cisco, we are originally excited about the launch of the partnership to support and nurture and create 100 digital entrepreneurs who will contribute to the development of the state of Tamil Nadu. In addition, we are doing it in the other state of Haryana as well. At Cisco, the vision is to power an inclusive future for everyone. So that kind of guides all the aspects of how we conduct our business. More importantly, it is the same lens that we use when we participate and evaluate investments in CSR as well. Today, Cisco and BST are launching the Digital Grampreneur program that focuses on creating employment through entrepreneurship for local communities in Chennai, especially youth and women. And these are micro enterprise opportunities which are powering the young individuals of tomorrow. The program will promote sustainable livelihood in a self-sustainable way, and it will create strong communities, strong individuals through the process of mentoring. Besides creating awareness, counseling, and training, the underprivileged youth at the bottom of the pyramid, two essential components of this program is noteworthy and unique, which is of the first one being the mentoring. I think we saw that a lot of live stories about it, the experiences and the power of mentoring and how it has been reaching the breadth and depth of the entrepreneurship program. We saw that. And more importantly, the digital readiness of the supported Grampreneurs in this digital era, that is very important. Cisco employees, in addition, are eagerly looking forward to signing up as mentors and contributing to this initiative. As we all know, digitization has changed the way we work, the way we play, the way we live. It also serves as a great enabler for achieving scale. Cisco is particularly enthused about the partnership because this initiative, among other things, uses mobile mentor clinics, mentor online training, helpline, and the mentor app that will be released to benefit the entrepreneurs. The program also emphasizes the other important part about this program is that the Grampreneurs, they have digital presence, be it on Facebook or on WhatsApp or any of those platforms. The digital presence is important to have the reach, and also the digital mode of marketing, where now people are used to the online kind of doing marketing. So that's also an important piece of it. And also adoption of the financial tools and services, the fintech, the great tools that are coming from the fintech and the services. So all these put together makes a powerful combination, the mentoring and the digital presence. So the partnership is also possible because of the deep-rooted engagement the BYST has with the government of Tamil Nadu and other governments. We appreciate, at Cisco, we appreciate and greatly value this opportunity and wish every applicant of the program and the BST team the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable insights.
One
Now-
second. Can we request Cisco to tell all its employees to vote for Niranjan and Naina Shah?
Yeah, now let's move on to the most awaited part of today's program, which is recognizing the BYST's entrepreneurs and mentors. To do the honors, I would like to request Mr. Laksh Venkatraman to give away the certificate to Mr. Jagdish Palraj, founder, Jaga Enterprises, along with this mentor, Mr. Victor Joseph. Next, I request Mr. Ravindran A. Lakshmanan to give away the certificate to Ms. Sridevi, proprietor Ecomom Herbal Traders, along with a mentor, Mr. Hari Bhaskaran. Now I request Ms. Sirisha to present the certificate to Ms. Sharada, proprietor Smiley Media, along with the mentor K.U. Srinivasan. Thank you, everyone. On this occasion, we are happy to announce the launch of BYST's Entrepreneur Online Learning Program in Tamil. EOL is a training tool, interactive blended learning, led by facilitator to enable entrepreneurs to fine-tune and cover their ideas into concrete business plans. I would like to request Mr. Ravindran, General Manager, SIDBI, to launch the BYST Entrepreneur Online Learning Program in Tamil by clicking the button. Yes.
As part of its efforts to foster youth entrepreneurship in India, Bharatiya Yuva Shakti Trust (BYST) has introduced a very important entrepreneur training program. This training, along with guidance and counseling from mentors, helps the budding entrepreneurs to convert an idea into a structured business proposition. This also imparts essential and valuable knowledge on entrepreneurship that helps in the setting up of their business. The EOL program is divided into 7 e-learning modules. This is over and above the ongoing endeavors to assist disadvantaged youth to develop business ideas into viable enterprises under the guidance of a mentor. Entrepreneur Online Learning Program.
Now I request Mr. Ravindran to address the gathering. Sir, over to you.
Vanakkam. Distinguished dignitaries on stage, Ms. Lakshmi Venkatesan, Mr. Lax Venkatraman, Mr. Victor, the great mentor, and people on the web, and my dear budding entrepreneurs and mentors. It gives me a lot of honor to be here, to be among these budding entrepreneurs who are from unserved and underserved and underprivileged segments, shaping themselves into a budding entrepreneurs, as also the mentors around. And then we also have some big business experts. I mean, I'm really very fortunate to be around here, ma'am. Thank you so much for the invitation. I'll also try to touch upon to speak in Tamil. Government organization, SIDBI பத்தி organization வந்து இந்த entrepreneurship பத்தி பேசுறது நியாயம். ஏன்னா அவங்க தான் இதெல்லாம் பண்ணணும் அவங்க. An NGO which is doing an tremendous job of creating 12,000 entrepreneurs in a very short period, and out of that the recovery is almost 90-95% is something great. And let's give a big round of applause to BYST and its managing team. Of course, this would not have been possible but for the help from all these mentors. So I mean, I bow to you that you all have been doing a wonderful job and you have been sharing the job of a government officers like us. So thank you so much. And the most important thing in any entrepreneurship, which we always speak about, is only three things. One is skilling, that is what is mentoring. The second one is credit connect, and the third one is market connect. So wherever you see, I mean, it's very difficult to connect all this. If you have a skilling or a mentorship, it is very difficult. Even for an organizations like SIDBI, which has an all India presence, we find it at times difficult to do the market connect. And similarly, credit connect. We have to find some of the MFIs or some of those who are operating in the underprivileged areas to connect to the entrepreneurs. But BYST has been very successfully doing this. And it's really a matter of, great happiness that BYST is doing this job tremendously well. So my full compliments to them. And they have been doing all these three segments, that is mentoring, credit connect, as well as market connect. And I'm also very glad to note that now Cisco, a multinational organization, has partnered with BYST, and they are planning to take this partnership ahead both in Tamil Nadu as well as in Haryana. Sir, my best wishes to you and all the best for this partnership success, for this digital app, etc. SIDBI has in the past associated with BIOST, and we, in a very small way, probably after witnessing this program, definitely SIDBI would be willing to, participate with BIOST, not only at the regional level, but also at the national level. To give you a short snippet about SIDBI, SIDBI is an All India financial institution meant only for promotion, financing, and development of micro, small, and medium enterprises, and to coordinate the functions of institutions engaged in similar activities. So it goes without saying that it is in our statute that we will be working with you because you are an institution engaged in the similar activity. We have been doing, financial lending, as also some of the non-financial interventions, like the one which BYST has been doing. We have been also doing that in our own way. And we would continue to do that. And we have also been organizing a lot of exhibitions and workshops. I was very happy to see in that exhibition, there was a person who was exhibiting precision components. An entrepreneur with a mentorship, what he can do was displayed there. In fact, I have been in SIDBI for almost 2.5-3 decades, and we have seen this general engineering industries progressing, and even the biggest of the biggest units are not doing the precision work, they get it outsourced from others. But I just saw somebody there in that exhibition, that very first stall, he was doing an excellent precision component. You have a very bright future. Now we are going to open, a government of Tamil Nadu is opening up even a defense corridor. There would be a lot of requirements for these things. And the entire credit goes to BYST and its mentorship program. So I wish this program all the success, and let me again reassure you that SIDBI will be willing to associate with you in all your future endeavors, wherever it is possible. Thank you so much, and I wish you all the best and all the success. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Mr. Ravindran, like in just my previous request, you can begin that wonderful partnership by voting for Niranjan and Nainasha and all of your employees, all the SIDBI employees.
So we have reached the end of the program. To conclude the program, I would like to welcome our dear mentor, Mr. Victor Joseph.
Well, we have come to the end of this program. So I'd like to thank all the delegates. I am delighted to say that with 30 years of BOST foray into Tamil Nadu and across the country, many youngsters from both urban and rural areas have been able to give wings to their entrepreneurship dream successfully. I extend my sincere appreciation to Cisco for coming forward to partner with us to take us forward. And India, of course, needs to create jobs for job seekers, also needs to create job creators. This task becomes imperative when we realize that our youth are keen to acquire new skills, strike out on their own, and have the fire in the belly to walk the path of the entrepreneurship. They do not want to hand out, they want to be counted and become self-reliant. All this is required is to reach out our youth and give them a chance to realize the hidden talents. I highly appreciate the valuable time and address by Mr. Ravindran and making it possible to come and make this program successful. This will motivate the youth to choose entrepreneurship as a preferred career and over jobs. It's a matter of great privilege for both BUST and Cisco to further scale up the model across the state. I wish to make an appeal to SIDBI to help further strengthen our association so that the youth of Tamil Nadu are able to get maximum mentoring and other ancillary support, and thereby bringing about sea change in the economic and social development of Tamil Nadu. BUST Cisco Digital Grampreneurs program is clearly directed towards the task, create job creators for the state of Tamil Nadu and Haryana, which in turn will contribute to the economic growth of the nation. I appreciate the efforts and the involvement of BUST and Cisco for the Digital Grampreneurs Development Program. A special thanks to Laksh Venkatraman and Srisha for your valuable time for the program. I would like to extend sincere gratitude to Anita, who came on the Zoom, CEO Youth Business International, for gracing the occasion and taking out time for her busy schedule. Your address will definitely motivate the Grampreneurs and mentors to succeed, to forge ahead life with great enthusiasm. It is important to provide an empowering ecosystem, not just for entrepreneurs in big cities, but for the small village entrepreneurs who nurture the economy of the small town and villages. For these Grampreneurs, BUST has placed mentoring as a core service and support and are moving ahead in its mission of embedding mentoring in the ecosystem. BUST also is thankful for CII for long-term strategic support across the country. I must add here that CII has been an integral part of BUST journey in the empowering the youth through the entrepreneurship development since its inception as a strategic partner across the country. A special thanks to Niranjan and Mohammed and Nina Shah for their motivational experiences sharing. Let us vote for Niranjan and also for and make him Entrepreneur of the Year award winner. I shall also be failing in my duty if I do not acknowledge the contribution of the hundreds of mentors who have assembled here and also watching this program through the Zoom, Tamil Nadu, without whose voluntary and selfless service, we would not be able to succeed our mission of turning job seekers into job creators. I thank all the special guests, the media, the staff members of Anna University, the entrepreneurs, and the students who are our future for having participated in this program. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I thank once again everyone for your participation and making this event a very big success. Hope you all had an engaging time. Kindly join us for the high tea outside, and thanks all. Have a great evening.